This is a day that the Lord has made. Welcome everyone, my name is Vanessa. Welcome to this video where I talk about the next step of aftercare from a nosebleed. I hope you enjoy. Hey you all, I'm coming back to you to do a follow-up on this nosebleed. When I went to my specialist follow-up appointment with the ears, nose, throat doctor, she immediately knew why I had a nosebleed and she went straight to cauterized. I will spell it out here. I'm very stuffy. That is one of the effects right now of recovery. But I want you guys to get the full effect while I'm in the process of my healing period, which I would say is a 2-week healing period. It's an in-office procedure. The doctor, she guaranteed me that this is done often, even with patients as young as 5 years old, so for me not to have any fear. She got a cotton ball and put numbing solution, put the cotton ball into my nose. It dripped down my throat, it dripped out into my mouth, and I was trying my best to spit it out. For 15 minutes, I was kind of going into a panic because I felt like I couldn't breathe. I felt like maybe I wasn't going to be able to speak. I don't know how long I was going to be numb, etc. Like all this was going on and I was in the doctor's office by myself. I'm a person that prays, and so I just was talking to the Lord. And then I got back into my seat, calmed myself down, and waited. Then the next step, it looked like a really long match with a long stick, and this part tip was much, maybe half an inch, something like that. And she just rubbed and rubbed it inside my nose that had the nosebleed. I didn't feel anything obviously at the time because I was numb. I honestly don't really feel any pain. It's just an annoying feeling. Oh my gosh, I'm so stuffed right now. I can't blow my nose. That was the procedure. I was in and out. Like when you count the numbing session, it was probably 20 minutes total. So now my care instructions are I had to go and purchase this rinse at my pharmacy that I went to. They didn't sell this bottle. I happened to, I'm so thankful, have a neti pot that I had purchased. Never once used it. I purchased it, all of this with my HSA funds, by the way. Once a day I have to do this. So you take a cup of distilled water, warm it up for about 20 seconds, blend in, these are their little packets inside. You blend a packet in, shake it up, or shake it, mix it into your water, then pour it in here. And then you clean out your nose. It feels weird, but it's scary. It was scary at first, but this is what I gotta do. Then you go to the other side. So you use like half of it on one side and half on the other. That's once a day. And then twice a day, I have to put on bacitracin with zinc. So she gave me these samples. So once in the morning, once at night. And I use the Q-tips to swab in there. I have to use saline spray 3 times per day, but honestly I use it more. This is one, but I also have a Walgreens brand that I had purchased because I didn't realize I had one in my packet. And I use it whenever I feel dry because it doesn't have any side effects for overusing it, as far as I know. Then it says to avoid nose blowing, to avoid nose picking, avoid straining yourself. It recommends taking a stool softener. So this helps for when you're going to the restroom and you don't have to strain. So I definitely take these. No heavy lifting for 2 weeks. Now, yesterday, this is my second day. Yesterday I had the procedure in the morning at 9 in the morning. Yesterday is about 8 at night, and I have this little like dinner table that I am setting my humidifier on. My humidifier was full. It had like a gallon of water in there. I moved it From my living room to my bedroom, my nose started bleeding. Very lightly, but it started to bleed. So pay attention. Do not lift. Don't lift. Don't do it. Don't try it. No blood thinners. A humidifier. Use afrin if you get a nosebleed. An active nosebleed. That's what I'm doing for the next 2 weeks. I guess one thing to note is yesterday my nose was just dripping like I had a cold. It was just constantly dripping. And luckily we're in a season to wear masks right now, so my mask covered the dripping when I was out somewhere, but for the most part I just stayed home. I have to sleep upright. It doesn't say on here to sleep upright, but on the internet it does say to sleep upright. So I did that last night. It was pretty uncomfortable, but I'm going to do it for a few nights. I would say maybe even the whole week. Like, I don't want a chance messing up with my nose. Last night what I did, the doctor gave me gauze, and so what I did was I put a pillow like right here. I put my cloth on it, and then I put the gauze right on my nose so that if the gauze wasn't going to be enough, it would drip onto the towel. But thankfully, there really wasn't much drippage, so it was okay. Thinking tonight what I'm going to do, because the gauze has breathable, you know, it's like mesh. I think I'm just going to tape a gauze to my nose, seriously. Right here, I'm going to tape it so I don't have to, because I was constantly worried about this towel. I was constantly worried about the gauze. I made sure that, because with the dripping, I wasn't able to breathe through my nose, and I have a feeling that's going to happen again tonight, that I won't be able to breathe through my nose. And so I had my mouth open the whole night, so I was constantly waking up thirsty. So I kept a glass of water next to me. I kept the nasal spray next to me, and I may have used it once or twice during the night, but for the most part, my humidifier did the job. This is a 2-week journey of recovery. I hope this helped you guys. I wish you well, and I'll see you next time.